Hey ladies, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, we are talking about those days when you feel less feminine. And before I get started, I just want to let you know, don't worry, the cuddling video is coming if it's not already up. But I wanted to make this video a priority because I went live today and I received the email this morning, and a lot of women were saying, I get what you're saying, but I just don't feel feminine. I don't know what it is. I watch your content and I'm getting to the point where it's like, I'm just strolling. I like your video. I support what you're doing, but I just don't feel feminine and I don't know why. What is wrong with me? So I'm going to give you 4 things that are getting in the way and hindering you from embracing your femininity, that may be draining your feminine energy, and just some things that you may want to look at that will, sorry about that, I have a text message coming in, that may want to help you, okay? So let's get started. All right, so let's jump into reason number 1, which is emotional stress. Now, I'm sure you have heard of that before, so I'm not telling you anything new, but I don't think, ladies, we understand how detrimental that is to our life. Research show, and I'm going to put the article down below, that literally dealing with emotional stress, suppressing your emotions, increases your chance of premature death by 30%. And not only that, it increases your chances of certain types of cancer by 70%. And this is not something they just did 1 year. They did decades, y'all, of research. And I believe this because how many women have said, oh, I got out of this job because I developed this type of cancer, or I developed this type of illness because of stress. As well as during those periods when you are suppressing your emotions, you are literally surviving in your masculine energy at that point. And so my question to you is why? And I'm about to actually set you guys down, so hold on. Okay, so the question is this, right? What is it that is making you feel like that you need to suppress your emotions? Because you know we don't play strong and independent on this channel. So is it your job? Is it university? Is it your kids? Are you in a situation where you're like, I don't know what the next step is, so I'm staying stagnant right now because I don't believe I have anyone to help me? There is no one to help me. Sorry about that. And that is the specific reason why I started doing coachings, because a lot of my videos are inspired by questions that you ladies ask me or questions that I get in live, but I in live my little live videos on TikTok. But I realized I can't give you the full answer because I don't know the full situation. And the answers I'm giving you are like little snippets. This is what you do here. This is what you do there. And it honestly still not being enough. And that is if the person is able to catch your question. I mean, how many of us have been on a live with our favorite, motivational speaker, our favorite therapist, our favorite YouTuber, whatever it may be, feminine coach, masculine coach, and we have been typing in our question and it just goes through because there are so many other questions coming in, and that is what is starting to happen with my lives, and even with my emails. That's why it's like I will tell a lady, hey, I hear your question, I will make a video dedicated to that, but then there's other videos and other emails and stuff coming in. So I sat down with my guy and I was just like, what do I do? He was like, start doing coaching. That's the best way that you can help them with their specific needs. So if you need help, if you don't feel like there's anyone you can talk to, if you feel like that my lives are not long enough because they're literally only an hour long, if that, my best advice to you is to book a coaching. That is the only way that I specifically can help you. And if it's not me, try someone else that you really follow, that you really like to help with your situation. But do not stay stagnant, no matter what. Do not have the resource to get the help and you not take advantage of it, because at that point, you have to take self-accountability and say, okay, it was me. Instead of me taking that extra how much ever it was for that coaching, instead of me taking that money and booking the coaching, I decided to take that money and go blow it somewhere, take that money and give it away, and I'm still in the same situation I'm in. That's my whole spill on that situation. So let's move on to the very next thing. Okay, and reason number 2 is when your funds are not looking the way they're supposed to. The best quote I have ever heard a man say was, "You're not depressed. You're broke." That is all that is to it, honey. You are broke. Because if I gave you $1,000 right now, all those issues that you had right now would not be an issue. And that is so understandable, especially for my ladies that are just finishing up their college semester. I just wrapped up my college semester yesterday, which was Thursday. I took my final test. I made a 96. I'm done with that portion. It was a math, y'all. It was hell. But while I was finishing up this semester, I couldn't work as much. I couldn't do half the things that I would normally do because of school. So I was grateful that I have gentlemen in my life that will assist me along the way so I don't have to stress out, but that's now. But there have been plenty of times in my life where I have looked at my account on a Friday night and said, damn, I can't even go out and buy a $20 bottle of wine because I got to save that money for rent, car note, insurance, light bill, internet bill, phone bill. And you want to know what was bad about that? I would have a man hit me up moments after I had that realization that I'm broke, and he would say, yo, can I come see you? Can I come chill? He would want to come over and take up my time, my energy, my feminine aura, my essence, my body, but he would not want to fund me at all. He would not want to give me any assistance, right? And so I say this to the ladies who are currently going through situations where they're in university, they're working 2 jobs trying to make it work. If you are entertaining a man and your funds are not looking the way they're supposed to because you've done the right thing and you made the sacrifice and you put your education, your children, and everyone else's needs first, and he wants to come spend time with you, but you cannot say, sweetheart, I want to go out with my girls tonight, or sweetheart, can you buy me a bottle of wine, or whatever it may be, you need to get rid of that man. And the reason why I say that in this category is because a lot of times women, we have the money, we have the resources, we are more than capable of making a penny stretch, but why should we have to? Why should we stress ourselves out and make this penny stretch when we have a man that want to come stretch us out? Think about it. A lot of women right now are laying up with men who they can't roll over and ask for 50 cents. He will tell you, you need to work more. You need to cut a class. You need to not go get your hair, your nails done, do your makeup. You need to take away from what makes you feel like a feminine woman and what keeps you in a stressless situation so that you don't allow him to step outside of his femininity. And the moment that you challenge that man, he steps into his emotional bag and says, oh, so you a gold digger? Oh, by the way, I'm taking my nails off. That's the reason my hands look like this. But yeah, he will step into his emotional bag and say, oh, so you a gold digger? You step right into your petty bag and you say you're a user. You want my time, my energy, my body, everything I got, my baby's Fruit Loops. You want all of that for free. You're a user. You're trying to get as much as you can out of me, and then you're trying to manipulate me. What makes you a con artist? Let's be real. You're trying to con me out of my time, my energy, my resources, and my body, and my baby's Fruit Loops. Don't get me started, because this is a conversation that I'm very passionate about. Although I don't have a baby, I have been in a situation where a man tried that with me. Let's move on to the next one, which is number 3. Now, the third one is your environment. Besides people in your life, your environment will drain the heck out of you. And a lot of people may not consider that, but imagine this, right? You've been working at the same job, sitting in the same seat, watching the days just go by. Or you are in sales and you're constantly making cold calls. You're constantly checking your books to see if you have any new clients. You're constantly looking for new clients, doing research. Your job, the environment that you are creating may not be a situation that is conducive to you expanding and growing, and you are tired. Your body is tired. You don't want to be on this hustle mode all the time, but your job requires it, especially for my women that are in sales. I was an entertainer, so I definitely know about sales, and when I say it is the most draining field to be in. because you are constantly on go. You are constantly trying to make sure that you got income coming in, because when you're in sales, you know your money is funny all the time, and you're hoping to get that big enough sale so that you can relax and coast for a little while. And when you get that, you're constantly checking it to make sure, okay, did I run out of this, did I run out of that? Sales is one of the most stressful environments to be in. And for my girls that are in university right now, school, y'all, when I say I would call my auntie and cry sometimes, because I was like, I have 5 different classes that I have to take. My professor is giving me so many papers. I have so many tests. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I feel like my brain is coming out of my ears at this point, and I'm losing track of time. My environment was stressing me out, but you have to remember, it's temporary. You got to make it through this 6 to 8 weeks. For me, it was an 8-week semester. Our semesters, for some reason, were 8 weeks. Oh, it was draining. But I was constantly taking a deep breath. And on the weekends, I was outside. I'm not going to hold you. On the weekends, I was outside, because I realized that if I don't change my surroundings, y'all, if I don't go out to the lounges, if I don't go out to the country club, if I don't go out on dates, if I don't go get my massages, my nails, if I don't do something to myself, go to the movies, go to a comedy show, I am going to explode from stress. And that caused me to be mean and angry, and I was huffing and puffing, and I was eating a lot. Y'all, I'm a stress eater. So I was eating a lot because I was so stressed out because of school, and there was nothing I could really do about that. Because the one thing that I stand 10 toes down in is getting your education, having a man and everything, and being feminine and things of that nature. But there's something so sexy about a woman that's like, yeah, I got my bachelor's in science, I got my master's in chemistry, I'm bilingual, blah, 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 whatever she's saying. I don't know why that is so sexy to me. Yeah, I'm a real estate agent, and I got my master's in science. He gonna look at you like, oh damn, let me step up my bag. Let me step up. And I love that. I am pro education. I stand 10 toes down in it, and I am so, like, my heart is so light for my ladies that are in university. I love my girls that are like getting their education. It just makes me so happy. The moment you tell me you're in college, you're in university, I'm just like, what you need? What can I do for you? How can I help you? Y'all, I will literally be on live and be talking about something. I hear a girl in university, you got all my attention. And that actually leads me into my 4th reason, which is a lack of support. Nothing will cause you to step into your masculine energy and step out of your feminine energy than the lack of support from your environment, meaning your spouse, whomever it may be. Because a lot of times women, we are the ones that are doing the cooking, the cleaning, taking care of the kids, taking care of our spouse, taking care of our friends, our family, fitness. We have so much going on, and all we hear is, I want you to succeed. I want you to be happy. I want this, I want this, I want this. But no one's putting into that happiness. No one's putting into that success. But they want you to be all of these things, but they're not helping you get there. The lack of support is so toxic, and it will cause a woman to shut down. And literally, a lot of women will say right now, F a man. If I have to do it all, then I'm going to do it by myself. You want to know something else that just kills me? The phrase, oh, you shouldn't look at nobody else to make you happy. You should make yourself happy. Get out of here with that. Let's go to the Bible. Let's throw it back to when man first came on earth. God saw how unhappy Adam was, and he created him a spouse from his own ribs. But you see, that type of rhetoric is only coming from one of two things: a broke, disgusting, low down, dirty man, or a woman who spent her good years with a mentally unhealthy man and got nothing out of it. So she's now single and by herself and says men ain't ish. But that's not the case. That's why I am pro man, because if you know how to vet these men, if you know how to have the right conversation, how to be upfront and honest about what you're looking for, you're not going to have that issue. I have 3 good men in my life right now, and I don't have that issue because I knew how to vet them. I stayed 10 toes down in what I wanted, and I didn't let up on that. And I did not try to fix a mentally unhealthy man. Once you showed me signs that you were unhealthy, I let you go. You were not worth. There are billions of men out there in this world. Why am I going to waste my time on you, sir? Now, with all that being said, that does not mean that the only way you can find happiness is with a man. We all know that is not true. But I want you to really take in consideration when you hear a woman that is putting a man down, when you hear a woman that is degrading men, where is she coming from? Is she coming from a unhealed place? Because a lot of women will come on here and say men ain't ish, men ain't this, men ain't that, because they're miserable. Because they spent their good years trying to make a man something that he didn't want to be for them. Because they didn't do the work on themselves. Now, are there toxic, unhealthy men? Absolutely. My ex was one of them. The man is still unhealthy and still toxic. But guess what? If I would have stayed with him, that would have been on me. Because when I realized that, I did not leave. I cannot, the 3 men that I'm entertaining right now, I cannot say they are toxic or any of them are unhealthy mentally. But the thing is, I did not get to this point without doing the work on myself. That is all I'm trying to say. Is you can be happy with a spouse. It is very, very possible. You have to do the work on yourself so you can be happy. And then once you figure out what makes you happy, you can go out there and vet the right guys and get you a little roster together. Maybe you're dating for marriage. Might find you one man to date and then get married, but it is possible. All right, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Again, I do offer coaching sessions if you do find that you need help. This is a very long video. I know. I am going to actually start doing longer videos because I have a lot to say, and I always cut my videos so short because I just feel like I don't want to keep your attention and things of that nature for too long. But sometimes there are things that need to be said, and I'm going to say them. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.